Mini Wargamer Dave here from miniwargaming.com. Welcome Wargamers to a special review video that I would like to go over with you because the stuff that I'm looking at right now is just pure eye candy. When you see these things, you think to yourself, that's why I do this. It's because I just like looking at good looking things. That's just, yeah, it's pure shallowness. I think that's why we... Let me just start. Okay, so for those of you who don't know Hugo from Ichibanstudio, now is the time to get to know this gentleman. He's a good friend of mine. He's got a wicked beard. This is what he looks like. If I call him my brother, it's because he's my brother. That's just why. This is the type of stuff that he does with his life. And we're just being dead serious about it when we say that he knows what he's doing when it comes to making these miniatures. Like, this is just awesome. Consequently, we have Chris making a tutorial on how to do flesh tones on this guy. He's using wet blending techniques. And it's a perfect model to demonstrate those techniques for because of the detail and the awesomeness. Now, Ichibanstudio, they create these things. So they're doing an IndieGoGo campaign right now to kickstart their miniature line and to create these so you can have them in your house as well, to terrify your mother and to make you love your life. Because don't you just love to see zombies? Who doesn't like zombies? Like, we have the zombie. That's what we have right now. That's what we're looking at. Can you imagine this sitting at your desk? It has a little platform here. And this is the exact thing that you'll be getting, by the way. This is actually a version of this model that Hugo's painted up. As you can see right here, he's a fantastic painter. He's actually won a couple Golden Demons, and so in some circles, that's considered to be a good thing. Now, I just found this out. So for those of you who don't know, you can learn with me that when you win a Golden Demon, it means that the gods of chaos are smiling upon you and you can really see the goodness there. I had a little psychic mind warp there. I was gonna say brain fart, but those don't exist in the chaotic universe. It's mind warp. So there we go, we got two. And by the way, these come with a bunch of bubble wrap, but for the ease of this video, I just took out the bubble wrap so that I could open them up a little bit more quickly. Now, this one is called the mean one, and this one is called the zombie. Let's take a look at the Gargoyle. This is the sprue that he comes in. This is what we're looking at right now. And actually kind of reminds me of the Green Goblin a little bit. Gargoyles, they're pretty terrifying. So if you like demon-esque looking models, then this is the model for you, because you look into those eyes. Can you just picture these eyes painted yellow and his face painted green? It really reminds me of the Green Goblin, but it's a little bit more grotesque than that because the Green Goblin doesn't actually look like that. He looks very different. It's automatically reminded me of it, and that has nothing to do with this miniature. That's actually blasphemy. How dare I say that about this miniature? This miniature is much better than that. These miniatures are great for painting because there's large surfaces that you can paint, and you can practice your painting skills on them. Let's take a look at Sir Cooper Smith. Okay, that's the one that we're gonna open up next. It is fun getting gifts of chaos in the mail to review because, like I said before, it's fun looking at things that are pretty, because that's what I'm looking at right now. So you just snip this off here, put the hat up top, and then you snip that off and you put that on the bust. And then we have this miniature, and this scale is a little bit bigger than that scale down there. For a true collector, this would be a nice gem for you. Now for the highlight. This is my personal favorite one. This is the full-size edition mean one. And we're going to unbox this right now. And we're gonna take him out of his box because we need to give him his boots. And we need to show the world that our muscular arms, you snip that off, and then you put this orc head, because that's what he thinks of orcs. See, now that is just awesome sauce. That's the epitome of it. Does that look like a trachea to you? Because it kind of does to me. I think that's what that looks like. That's the first thing that I think of. See, I'm a fan of this grotesque type of mutilation on face. So I can appreciate it. I appreciate the way that all of this stuff looks. It is completely my style. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit biased when I'm looking at these models and loving them. And so it's also the fact that they're extremely well done. So you can just appreciate the fact that they're good looking miniatures. Oh, the Rambo knife. When this guy is standing on your desk at work, you can tell your coworkers that you mean business, because if they don't do what you say, then they're just going to chop your head off like an orc. Yeah, I'm just looking at the face right now, and I didn't realize how much I actually like this face, because faces are fun. Yeah, I guess orcs do have noses that kind of go up and they're in between their eyes. That would be the proper proportion of an orc face. And it looks right to me. That's funny. See, when I see that, I'm like, yeah, that's what an orc looks like. Massive mouth, ears. You gotta take a look at these painted versions here, just to see what you're getting. This is the type of stuff that you're getting. I know I already said this already, but he's a really good painter. So as stated at the beginning of this video, these are not in production yet. There's an IndieGoGo campaign happening right now as we speak. I just love it when people interrupt. It's, you know, interrupting is totally fine when you're in the middle of making a video. There's no more recording happening right now, so these words are redundant. So click on the link below to help support Hugo and Dennis. Ichibanstudio is their business, and they are wanting to get these guys into production because we need to have more of these in houses. There's got to be more headless orcs wherever you look. That's what makes people happy, is seeing stuff like this, because it's just fun. It all helps perpetuate this awesome hobby that we love. What better way to do that than to take a look at these nicely sculpted miniatures and to paint them up. And it's all for just pure fun factor. Kind of getting lost in your eyes here, all right? Even though you're not painted right now, that's actually the reason why I'm getting lost in your pupilless eyes. A little bit freaky. Good thing I'm not looking at the full version of you, because that would be even more freaky. And then I speak, and then it happens right before my eyes. If you wish to subscribe to their YouTube channel, link below. Also their Facebook page. Like it if you like it. I think it's well deserved. Hugo's an awesome guy. He's a good friend. I have no problem accepting gifts from friends and opening them up and sharing them with the world, because that's what friends do. I'm looking at you again, and I'm loving it. Blah. Those are my words of reaction, because I'm not really sure how else to respond to a face like that. You are beautiful in your own way. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So I hope you've liked this goofy review video. I don't typically make review videos, but in this case, I'm gonna make a special chaotic exception, because I just love it so much. Leave a comment below, tell me how much you like these miniatures. If you would like me to do more review videos in general, and that's it, that's all. Happy war gaming. I just had to say it that way, because when you hear the beginning of the words, you already know what I'm about to say before I say it, and so your mind automatically turns off. But when you throw in little skips like that, your mind is thrown off, and you can't help but pay attention to the words that are about to come to you. Do you hear that blizzard outside? That is indicative of Canada. Do you actually hear it? Do you hear the wind? Because I hear the wind. It's like I was gonna say 2 seconds from my face, but seconds aren't distance. So that would make 0 sense. Even in the chaotic universe, I'm still talking. Happy wargaming.